Happy Valentine's Day to the Gaslit Nation family. While the rest of the world is busy with heart-shaped boxes and denial, we know that some of the most consequential stories are the ones that are a bit more complicated. If you are in the mood for a romance, specifically a toxic one that actually changed the world, you need to meet Eileen O'Shaughnessy. She was the brilliant, overlooked force behind George Orwell, and together they created enduring works of art that gave us a language to confront the darkness today. Her descendants practically credit her with writing Animal Farm. Eileen was more Orwell than Orwell. She would give these fiery speeches as a schoolgirl saying that the pen is mightier than the sword and we must not look away. So when George Orwell was a young man hiding in the British Imperial Police in Burma and being part of the fascist machinery, Eileen was breaking barriers, being among one of the first women to graduate from Oxford, where she studied literature under the great J.R.R. Tolkien, who he himself turned his trauma, being a soldier in the Great War and losing friends in the Great War, and he took that trauma and turned it into extraordinary art. Of course, Lord of the Rings and all of that world and fantasy that help us make sense of the times we're in today. And so Eileen studied under Tolkien. She then embraced a radical new field called child psychology, and Orwell's big breakout book that made him finally rich and famous was Animal Farm, a children's book. So Eileen is a major unsung heroine of literature. There would have been no George Orwell without her. That's 100% true because she literally saved his life on the front lines of Spain when they were fighting fascists in the Spanish Civil War and they were being hunted by Stalin's agents. It's all in my new graphic novel, Mrs. Orwell, which comes out end of March. And I want to share with all of you, I know how dark things are. And as I've been telling everyone who listens to the show for years, get yourself a team of historical mentors. Have them there in your pocket for when you need to pull them out and talk to them. Eileen O'Shaughnessy, famously known today as Eileen Blair, the wife and muse that made Orwell into the artist he always longed to be, she's one of mine. I talked to her because Orwell and Eileen relentlessly fought for the future during one of the darkest times. They lived through the Blitz on London. She lost her beloved brother, who was her real rock, when Orwell was more of an eccentric, needy, womanizing baby on her hip. You'll see it all in the book. And so Eileen was strong and she kept that marriage together. She kept their force for art, for a better world together. And she did it during great personal tragedy and global tragedy. And she kept fighting and imagining a better future. She was someone who dared to dream that there would be a future for us. She even wrote a poem called 1984, The End of a Century, envisioning a better future for us by fighting for the very power and freedom of the mind. So I love her dearly. I've been having lots of conversations with Eileen, especially in recent days, as it's becoming clearer and clearer to Americans that, yes, it can happen here. It is happening here in what I'm now calling the Great Disillusionment, where Americans are being finally forced to get out of their freeze mode and wake up and do something about it and join the fight for freedom, for accountability, for justice. And that's what we're going to do together. My dear Gaslit Nation listeners, I love you so much. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And again, if you're looking to support our work here at the show, definitely try to pre-order if you can. Mrs. Orwell, I will drop a link here for you. It is a stunning story. And I also provide a reading guide at the back of the book of the many nonfiction books that helped inform my creative choices. I've been following Eileen's story for many years. In fact, early drafts of my film, Mr. Jones, shoehorned Eileen as a character. I literally had her as a character in early drafts of Mr. Jones. That's how obsessed I was with her for a very long time. And also, as I've shared before, her story, Mrs. Orwell, is set up as a TV series in Ireland, in Europe, that we're now casting. So I hope to bring you some exciting news there in soon. So let's all put that in our manifestation board. Okay, let's all hope that happens soon. All right, big hugs to you all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay engaged with me as we stare into the abyss, but we do so with the great lights that walk beside us, and that is, of course, heroines like Eileen. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.